Jurassic Park, the ultimate dinosaur adventure movie. Directed by Steven Spielberg and released in 1993, Jurassic Park really wowed audiences at the time who had never seen dinosaurs so lifelike before. It was like going back in time and actually seeing real dinosaurs. Hence the movie's tagline, an adventure 65 million years in the making. But above all, Jurassic Park is a cautionary tale about science being taken too far, and why mankind shouldn't play God, as scientists use modern technology to clone dinosaurs back into existence, to be used at a theme park attraction, in an operation led by John Hammond. To secure the park's safety, 3 experts are brought to the park, including paleontologist Dr. Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill, and his partner, paleobotanist Dr. Ellie Sattler, played by Laura Dern. And of course, mathematical chaos theorist Ian Malcolm, played with delightful quirkiness by Jeff Goldblum. However, one breach of security later and the park's electric security fences are down, to which the dinosaurs roam free and cause havoc, leaving the team on a desperate fight to survive these prehistoric beasts in this fun, energetic, and even terrifying movie that proves that no matter how much the human race tries to control nature and science, life finds a way.
Oh man, these Mad magazines never fail to make me chuckle. Your ass has had it indeed. Well, buckle up and get ready to take a ride into Jurassic Park as we look at 10 amazing facts about this truly amazing movie. Let's check it out.
That is one big pile of shit.
Number 10. Westworld is a precursor for Jurassic Park. Long before author Michael Crichton released his Jurassic Park novel, in 1973 he wrote and directed the science fiction fantasy movie Westworld. And there is actually a lot of similarities between the two stories. The biggest difference is Jurassic Park has dinosaurs and Westworld has robots, where rich people can go to a Western-themed attraction theme park, where robots are there to serve the tourist needs. And just like Jurassic Park, the robots run amok and start killing the guests. In fact, a huge part of Jurassic Park pays attention to the park's visitors being hunted and turned into prey. And that's exactly what happens in Westworld with the gunslinger character, who is hell-bent on hunting down his prey and will stop at nothing. Both stories also feature dodgy electrical security systems that malfunction, and both pose the same question: should mankind meddle with science, especially with things that we can't fully grasp, especially when done in the name of entertainment?
Whether intentional or not, Westworld demonstrates Michael Crichton's interest in scientific theme parks going wrong.
Number 9. The original 1990 novel. Yes, before Jurassic Park slashed its way onto the big screen in 1993, it was terrifying readers on the printed page in the 1990 novel. And there is actually a lot of differences between book and movie. I won't go through all of them. If you're interested, then definitely check out the book. But here are just a few differences that I find interesting. In the novel, the Grant character has a love for children, whereas in the movie we learn that he can't stand kids and has no tolerance for them, with his fatherly side only being present after the adventure. The book opens up with a little girl getting attacked by little dinosaurs when her parents aren't looking while on a family vacation on a beach shore. Although this opening scene was omitted from the movie, it was however the opening scene for the theatrical sequel, The Lost World. In the book, there was a scene where Grant and the kids are being chased by a T-Rex down a river on a raft. In the movie, Grant and Sattler are a couple in a loving relationship, but in the book, they have a teacher and mentor relationship and are not romantically connected. And Hammond is much more motivated by money and greed than he is in the film. Whereas in the film, to Hammond it's all about the joy of discovery and creating. In the book there was a major subplot revolving around the survivors of the Velociraptor attack taking refuge in a safari lodge, where they tried to get the park's electrical system working again in order to get the electrical fence around said lodge working. And the book even hints that the dinosaurs are starting to mutate and are able to change colour. Number 8. Spielberg sought for the rights of Jurassic Park before the book was published. Steven Spielberg and Michael Crichton were working on a script that would become the ER TV series. While doing so, Spielberg asked Crichton what his next book was going to be, and Crichton told him about Jurassic Park. And Spielberg instantly saw potential and knew straight away that this could be a huge major movie. So he persuaded Universal Pictures to buy the rights to Jurassic Park before the book was even published.
I guess when Spielberg can sense a hit, he gets to work immediately.
Number 7. Scheduling around Schindler's List. 1993 definitely belonged to Spielberg, with 2 major hits. 2 very different movies. One was about dinosaurs, the other about the Holocaust. The 2 films couldn't be further apart, but both came from the visionary of the same cinematic mind. Spielberg wanted to get to work on Schindler's List first, as it was his dream project, and then after that go to work on Jurassic Park. But he was told by Universal that they would only green-light Schindler's List if he made Jurassic Park first. So that's exactly what happened, leaving Spielberg a very busy director. In fact, Spielberg supervised Jurassic Park's post-production process while in Poland while he was filming Schindler's List. He literally went from one film straight to the other, with Jurassic Park hitting theatres on June the 11th and Schindler's List coming out November the 30th. The funny thing is, a similar kerfuffle happened in 1982, when Spielberg was working on 2 big movies at the time, those being E.T. and Poltergeist, in which Spielberg was told if he wanted to direct E.T., he couldn't direct Poltergeist 2, to which he then acted as Poltergeist's producer instead. Or did he?
In fact, in the movie's later stages, Steven Spielberg even got George Lucas on board to overlook things as he was so tied down with Schindler's List.
Number 6. Sexy Goldblum. If one thing's for sure, the internet loves Jeff Goldblum, as thanks to his oddly cool obscurity and weird way of talking, the guy is so damn likeable and fun to make memes out of. And nowhere is this more evident than with the sexy Goldblum trend. So in Jurassic Park, there is a scene where an unbuttoned shirt Jeff Goldblum rests up after getting injured by a T-Rex encounter. And yes, Goldblum does kind of look like he's posing for some kind of portrait. And who would have thought that in recent years, this image from the movie would become such a huge internet sensation, leading to memes, paintings and other artwork, t-shirts, even pop dolls. Yeah, pop dolls. People just can't seem to get enough of sexy Goldblum. But that's not the only meme to come out of Jurassic Park, as the "We've Got Dodson Here" has also been doing the rounds in recent years.
What can I say? We've had the Stone Age, the Ice Age, and we are now living in the meme age.
Number 5. Jurassic merch. So of course, considering Jurassic Park was a huge hit and featured dinosaurs, it was sky's the limit with merchandise.
Of course, they've patented it, they've packaged it, they've slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now they want to sell it. They want to sell it.
First up, there was the Kenner action figures. Back in the day, Kenner brought out toys of all the big movies, from Star Wars to Ghostbusters to Batman, and Jurassic Park was no exception. Man, I loved these figurines. The dinosaur figures were the best, and I would love to make them eat my other action figures and would do so for hours on end. Although I never understood why Timmy looked nothing like the kid from the movie, but looked more like the kid from Last Action Hero. Then there were the video games, and oh boy, everyone wanted a piece of that pie, as Jurassic Park was released on Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega Genesis, Game Gear, and Sega CD. For better or for worse, the one that everyone seems to remember the most is the Sega Genesis version, which was a side stroller, where players could either play as Grant or a Velociraptor. When you play as Grant, it's basic. You just gotta go to safety while not getting killed by the dinosaurs. But when you play as the Velociraptor, your goal is to kill off the Jurassic Park security guards and try and get to Grant. So you can either play as the hero or villain, which is kinda cool. Then of course Topps brought out a comic book lineup. I can remember reading these as a kid and I loved the illustrations. And I thought they captured the movie perfectly. And I think the comics were actually a little darker and more brutal than the movie. Number 4, unused poster art. We all know the iconic Jurassic Park logo of the silhouetted T-Rex skeleton, which actually first featured on the book's cover. However, before the movie's poster went for a more simple and basic look, there were many failed poster attempts to help sell the movie. Like this one where the logo is in a giant sun overlooking the island. I actually really like this one. Same here where this time the logo is the moon looking down on the Jurassic Park gates. Then there is this one which features a close-up of the raptor's eye, giving a more predatory, horrific feel. But the one I find the most fascinating is this one, which features the disembodied heads of the characters floating around the Jurassic Park gates while a lightning cloud forms a ghostly T-Rex. Yes, it completely misses the mark with the movie, but as its own individual work of art, I really like it. Number 3, the movie was going to use stop motion animation. Jurassic Park had shown dinosaurs on the big screen as they had never been seen before, but the big question was how to bring the prehistoric reptiles onto the big screen. Well, at one stage, stop motion animation was considered, with some test footage even being put together, which looked okay, but the dinosaurs didn't move as fluidly or as realistically as Spielberg wanted them to. So instead, the film crew turned to the wizardry of CGI, which was used just the right way, sparingly, along with puppet animatronics and even robots. Yes, movie wizard Stan Winston, who was fresh off Terminator 2 Judgment Day, got involved with bringing the dinosaurs to life and even helped create robot model dinosaurs complete with latex skin.
Well, what do you think about that, Squiggles? In order to get the dinosaurs to come alive, they had to use CGI, animatronic puppets, and robots. Oh, well, gee whiz, all it takes for me to come alive is for you to put your hand up my ass. Oh, Squiggles! It's a bit rude, isn't it? Don't talk to me unless you're gonna give me some matches.
Number 2, Jurassic Park casting possibilities. So of course, when Jurassic Park was in the early stages of production, the question was who was going to play who. Actors who were considered for the lead role, Alan Grant, include William Hurt and Harrison Ford, but the part went to New Zealand actor Sam Neill. Christina Ricci was considered for the role of teenage girl/computer enthusiast Lex Murphy, but the role went to, that girl from the Christmas movie Prancer? Sean Connery was envisioned to play John Hammond, which would have been just awesome. I mean, you can just imagine him saying, "Welcome to Jurassic Park." Oh, hell yeah. But the role went to David Attenborough's brother, Richard Attenborough. And Robin Wright and Juliette Binoche were also considered for the role of Dr. Ellie Sattler. But the part was given to Laura Dern, long before she would turn up in The Last Jedi with her purple hair. And of course, not forgetting Squiggles auditioned for the role of T-Rex but never got it.
Yeah, that's because Steven Spielberg wouldn't let me play with any matches on the set.
Number 1, Attack of the Hurricane. Jurassic Park was filmed in Hawaii's Kauai Island in 1992, but out of all the things that could have happened during that time, the set was hit by Hurricane Iniki, Hawaii's most powerful hurricane. Yep, if things weren't hard enough, what with trying to come up with new technology to bring the dinosaurs to life, a hurricane had to rear its head. Interestingly enough though, Richard Attenborough slept through the whole thing, and when asked how he could sleep through a hurricane, he just explained that he slept through the London Blitz too. And if you think there were life-sized robot dinosaurs scattered all over the place, then you're wrong, as only one robot model dinosaur actually made it on location. That of course being the T-Rex.
Okay guys, that was my look into Jurassic Park. I hope that Tooth and Claw you all enjoyed it. To this day, I still think it's the ultimate dinosaur movie. And not many other movie monsters can match up to the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. Except for Godzilla. Anyway, I'm Mintysaurus Rex. And they're moving in herds. They do move in herds. See ya! Beautiful. That burp was just sensational.